Yeah.
Alright, excellent. Should be up and running. Okay, we're running on all stations. Oh, oops. I just retweeted the wrong person. Just I was about to click the retweet on on the show tweet. Somebody else, this tweet came in, and I clicked theirs.
That's funny.
So now I just retweeted a dog drinking a beer.
I just saw that pop up. That deserves a retweet. That's pretty. That's pretty funny looking. Or I like that. Um,
Alright, are you ready to go?
I'm good to go.
Alright, hitting the button in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to episode 273 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from the geeksforthewin.com. We cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
Alrighty, let's see. What have you been up to, Stuart? Because let's get you out of the way first.
Yeah, let's get me out of the way first. I haven't played a whole lot. I did stream last night, and I streamed Earthlock, and that's as of right now, it is one of the games with gold, which will be changing in a couple days. About a week, 2 weeks, in 2 weeks. So. And that's a Earthlock is it's a turn-based RPG, and it's all right. I like it. There were a couple elements that made me think of the Tales series, like when you go like from town to town, like to go to the overworld, and you go into like the overworld map and stuff. It is done just like in the Tales series, where like you look like you're like 50 feet tall walking into a town until you actually load the town. But yeah, I plan on playing more of that. That's a good game. I can't really tell you the story just yet because I only played like maybe an hour and a half of it because I had some problems getting the stream set up. So that cut into my stream time. So,
Okay.
so yeah, played a bit of that, and now this next thing's not a video game, but it's video game related, kind of. I'm gonna talk about it here anyway. I watched a movie. The Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive movie, which is supposed to it takes place during Final Fantasy 15. So, because nobody's played Final Fantasy 15, nobody knows what the fuck is going on in the movie, which is why it's not getting good review scores.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of negatives.
Well, it's not really
a lot
that
of mixed stuff.
It's not. It's a good movie. It's just you don't know the motivations on what the enemy is doing and why they're doing this. You have no fucking clue. I want to come back to this after I've played Final Fantasy 15 and go, oh, I know, I get this now. Because that's probably my biggest complaint, is that I can't tell you kind of, it's like, oh, this person died. I don't care at all. So, and it's funny because the person I've pictured there, kind of a spoiler, he dies in the movie. He's voiced by Sean Bean.
Ah, okay.
And I was thinking, I was like, Sean Bean just can't catch a break. He dies in every movie. It just happens. And the voice of the main character, I think, is like Nyx. I think that's his name. Something like that. It's like NYX. That's voiced by Aaron Paul. Jesse
okay.
Pinkman.
Yeah.
So you got some names behind. Oh, and Lena Headley is also a voice in it too. So there's some good voices.
That's the chick from Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Cersei.
Yeah, there's her, and name wise, I get her and the chick from what's it called? King of Queens.
Oh, I don't even know her name.
Her name's Lena something too, I think. There's not that many Lenas in Hollywood.
Probably not.
And then the chick from Girls is the HBO show Girls. Her name's Lena Dunham too. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I always have to think whenever I hear her name, like, is that? Yeah, okay, that is her. But well, yeah, I've heard mixed things, not necessarily bad things, just
no. It's just like
reviews.
We don't like. We haven't played the game, and this is supposed to take place like during the game. So, But I will say this, one of my pet peeves, with like just even video games and animation and stuff, is lip syncing. Beautiful. It's spot on. Like almost creepy.
So did they do a good job with the dub?
They did. Like the I don't know what they did, because they've also done this for the game too. Like they redid like the lip flaps to be in English.
Oh, okay.
So it's like,
so it wasn't just dubbing; it was like an overhaul of the mouth to match whatever the English translation.
Whatever technology they used, the lip flaps match, and that also happens in game, because I noticed that when I watched some of the trailers for Final Fantasy 15.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but that's been my week. What about you? You've not done anything special, have you?
Nah, just it's nothing really. I mean, one thing came out. One little thing.
Just a little thing that nobody
just,
plays anymore. Yeah, right.
Just a little thing. Destiny: Rise of Iron, the start of year 3, the expansion came out, which I think this might be one of the first games that I've played for that I've played for this is the 3rd year. Because most of the other games like Halo. Well, I've never really been big into Halo, but the Call of Duty stuff, they're every other cycle, every year there's a new one, and some of the other games, just most other games, they don't have a long lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
Even a game like Fallout, or a huge game like that, or Borderlands, those games, they added a lot of content, a lot of additional DLC content, but, after a year, it was just, that's it. I mean, there's actually very few games that have more than, 1 year of season pass,
Right.
That's the thing I've always said, is it's weird that they call it a season pass, because, I think Killer Instinct is the only game to have that I can think of that has a season 2 pass and season 3 pass. Most games, they say season pass, and it's that's it.
Right.
1 year, one and done. So it's kind of weird that we get that terminology, because that terminology kind of would indicate, there's going to be more than one season, unless they're just expecting it to be all like Firefly, where just one season.
Yeah.
But I'm really liking this, Stuart. I really am, and I'm kind of getting scared.
So you're saying you're back into Destiny now?
I am. I said this in our little group chat, that the story is amazing for this. And the catch is, it has nothing to do with vanilla Destiny. Which, the other expansions really didn't have anything to do with vanilla Destiny either,
What is vanilla Destiny? Because, I don't know.
Oh, there's the Traveler, who is God, kinda, I guess. I don't know,
Okay, and then there's this whole stranger who is this stranger person. I remember that.
Who's a time traveler, and she doesn't have time to explain why she doesn't have time to explain, and, she...
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that line?
I don't remember... No.
That's one of the biggest lines, is because there's not much story to it, and they have, in vanilla Destiny, and they have the right to say, I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
I think I remember that line, but the "I'm a time traveler" that I don't remember.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. That's not. That wasn't part of the line. Well, I'm saying the fact that she is a time traveler. You think
See that I don't remember that she was a time traveler.
Yeah.
Don't remember that.
Back in the past, and yeah. So it there's a lot of questions for that on the main story, and also the whispers, that at the beginning of Destiny, the enemies would the rumors that, are they the darkness or are we the darkness, that whole conspiracy concept.
I remember that.
And there's just a lot of little things, because the story was very little in vanilla Destiny, but a lot of little things.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember it.
These little morsels we're getting are very interesting, and it's I elaborate on it, but they just go into instead of going forward, they're going sideways and then, up and down and, the other way, sideways, and just they're not going forward with the main story. They're going all around it. But it's pretty interesting.
Because they don't know what to do either.
It's pretty interesting. It's the enemy, the story, the enemies, it's called like the Siva, Siva, and it's kind of like the Taken in a way.
Oh, you don't say.
It's like fallen enemies, and well, there's some like hive too, but it's like fallen and hive enemies, and they're slightly tweaked. They look really cool though. Like,
so you're saying in Destiny, they came out with an expansion and didn't add new enemies?
Yeah, instead of them being like the zombie versions, because the Taken were pretty much a play on zombies. At least that's the way it seemed to me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, instead of that, they're kind of going cyborgy. Kind of the cyborg route. Let's see.
I have not seen any of this. Like, I've not seen a stream. I've not seen a screenshot. I've seen nothing.
Images. Let's see. Can I find something? Here we go. I'm going to send you a link just to kind of show you. There it is. Yeah, it's apparently this old evil too.
Of course it is.
And the whole story is revolved around the lore of the Iron Lords, which that's where Iron Banner comes from. The multiplayer event that lasts like a week.
Okay.
That's supposed to be like a is that a Vandal or a Captain? I don't know, but yeah, you can see where it's got like it's kind of cyborg like, there's machinery attached to it.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, that's just one of the enemies. They look pretty cool.
It's got the name Devil. I can see where it's got that name from. So. Yeah,
and then there's a lot of like imagery. Certain levels look like there's certain levels you're going down, and it's getting redder and redder. And it's kind of like, a play on hell, in a way. But it's interesting. I don't want to give away too much of the story, but there's a lot of cutscenes.
Wait, so there actually is story?
There is story. It's really interesting. While playing with a couple guys from Press A to Listen, the two guys from Press A to Listen now, but we've been talking about like potential enemies in the raid based on some of the cutscenes we've seen and some of the lures, because there's in year one, I think it was year one, there was a machine gun that was Iron Banner related called Yolder's Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And the game kind of actually opens up on where we see Yolder, and she's kind of badass, and she kind of at the very beginning she kind of isolates herself because she's become infected. So she isolates herself from Lord Saladin, who's like the dude who you go to for Iron Banner and all this and that. And
okay.
He's the Iron Lord that's left, or one of them that's left and whatnot. But it's a really cool opening cutscene, and there's just it's like there's some parts where the story's kind of towards the end it's kind of vague, you know, of what's actually happening, and I'm not sure if that. I'm hoping it's on purpose because they've got some big surprises in the raid that is actually out by now. By the time people are listening to this, if they're
Let's
not
see.
watching live.
Something definitely being vague, making you go to an alternate outside source to get the details.
Well, no, I'm not saying an outside source. I'm saying like the something that a few things that happen in the, at the end. It's a little vague on exactly like, you know, is this just some random enemy or is this? I don't want to give away too much, but I think I'm hoping that some of these questions will be answered in the raid, and there'll be some really cool surprises, from this lore in the raid, because it's pretty interesting. It really is. Like these cutscenes and some certain things that happen. And, a lot more cutscenes than Vanilla Destiny by far, and more meaningful stuff too. Actually, it's funny because like there's one cutscene where it's your guardian and it's like, oh god, yeah, that's my guardian. I forgot what she looked like because she always has a helmet on her.
Right.
And I've seen memes like, oh, that when you're playing Rise of Iron and you realize how ugly you made your guardian 3 years ago, or and there's some hideous looking ones, because I guess some people were like, I'm gonna make him look ugly as a joke because there's gonna be a helmet on him.
Oh yeah,
or
yeah.
her.
A lot of people tend to do that kind of stuff.
But it uses it renders your character into the cutscene, so you see that and you're like, oh god, or oh yeah, I forgot she looks like that. Let's see. They have a new patrol area, which it's kind of weird because half of the new patrol area, like it's a new selection you have to make on Earth, but half of it is half of the old patrol area, just
Of course.
different, and then half of it's new stuff. It's kind of weird how you can go like, you can select the old patrol and be like, oh look, everything's great and everything's like it was, and then select the new patrol, go to the same area, and it's like, and you can switch vice versa. So that's kind of a little weird. That kind of it's kind of like they went half-ass on, like what was it, Cataclysm in WoW?
Okay.
Where they changed certain areas forever. But it's like that, but you can just select this other one and go back to the way it was. I guess since it's on console, it would get too much heat if it like made the original Vanilla Destiny content, not where you couldn't go back to some of those missions or stuff like that, I guess console gamers aren't ready for something that.
I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say, World of Warcraft had an event that really changed the old world. So.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like the story behind this new stuff is like that, where everything's kind of changed, and there's certain buildings that were just there's certain areas that were just walls that are now like it's been ripped open, and there's like a makeshift door entrance, and you're able to go inside and tunnel down under the ground where like I said, there was just a wall normally.
Mm-hmm.
But, you're able to go back to the old stuff where you're able to see, oh, that's just a wall, instead of I can actually go through there because it's been ripped open, or, it's kind of like, like I said, I think since it's on the console, I don't think console gamers are ready to be, or, Maybe it's the fact this isn't an MMO and it's MMO-like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it.
It's dipping its
I
toes
always
into the
I
same
always
kind of things.
compared Destiny to, an MMO because it is so MMO like, but it's not an MMO.
Yeah. So like if you're playing the current stuff, it's basically like, oh yeah, it's like WoW Cataclysm, but you're able to go back to the what was it, the fan made vanilla servers that they had
Yeah.
going. It's kind of like that. That's like, I guess, the best comparison. You're able to go back to the old original stuff too, if you want. Which, I guess some bounties are easier to do in the older stuff because the characters, because the enemies are lower levels. So, but it's pretty cool and interesting. Like I said, it reuses some of the older environments, but it changes it up. Like, oh, here was a wall where you thought the game world was just, this was the edge of it, but now it's ripped open and you're able to go inside and tunnel down and go, to this whole new area and stuff like that. They've experimented with that in other expansions a bit, where it's like, you're on the moon and it's like, oh, instead of going left in this tunnel area, you go right now. Little stuff like that, but I'm liking it. It's pretty good. It's only been out for a couple days too, so the story stuff was a couple hours long.
That doesn't surprise me.
So not, huge, but I mean, that's not really where the game is. That's not where,
It should be, though.
True, but I mean, there's other quests and stuff to do, throughout the game. They introduced this, what's called a record book, where you go into your progress, and you go into your inventory and go to the progress tab, and you can see the record book. It's kind of similar to the Moments of Triumph that they've had for the last 2 years.
Isn't that where that stuff is kept now?
Yeah.
Is in that book that you can actually now see in game instead of going to a website?
Yeah. They did that with year 2 Moments of Triumph. Right before this came out, they had Moments of Triumph year 2 where you're able to do it, but there's a lot of different stuff in there, like, they added a new multiplayer mode, which it's kill confirmed. Yeah, that's all it is.
That's what you said last
I like
week.
Kill confirmed, so
yeah, I did as well.
So they've got normal 6v6, and then they have Rumble, which is their free for all. Kill confirmed, which it's that's pretty fun doing free for all. You see 2 people fighting each other, and then then you take both of them out because they're weak, and then you're able to snatch both of they're kind of like engrams that drop.
Okay. They're
not like dog tags. They're engrams, because it's Destiny. But there's a story section. There's a story section. There's a Crucible section. There's an Iron Banner. Well, I say section, but it's like a page of the book, and then there's what's it called? The raid. There's a whole section of the raid stuff, which that whole page, it's just like question mark, because they don't want to give anything out.
Right.
But some of them's like, collect this many, collect this, or confirm this many kills, deny this many kills, play this many matches, win this many, stuff like that, kill this many enemies in patrol, complete this many rounds, or complete this many rounds in their new, what's called the Archon's Forge, which is kind of how the Court of Oryx was with the Taken King.
Okay.
Remember how that was, where you go there?
I never did do it, but I know.
Yeah, you go to the area, you insert this little, doohickey, whatever it is, and it'll spit out a certain scenario that you have to, certain enemies, certain whatever that you have to take down. It with this, it's timed. You have to kill a certain amount of enemies to get to 100%, whatever that means. It's not like, it's not like when you get to 100%, all the enemies are destroyed. But once you get to 100% on the progress, like the main boss shows up and you got to kill that. There's three different tiers of difficulty per item. Like there's a green item, there's a blue item, and a purple item. You put in it's a little computer console that you put in, and there's 5 different encounters per tier. So there's like 15 different options, I guess. It kind of sucks because you can only hold one of these. They're called offerings, Siva offerings.
Okay.
So you can only hold one at a time. You can put one in your vault or store them on another character or whatever, but each character / vault can only hold one at a time. So it's not like you can save them up like the Court of Orcs with their little consumable tokens, whatever. You were able to just keep collecting those, and it's like, oh, I've got a bunch of these now. I can let's go do Court of Orcs and tackle a bunch of these out. You can't really do that, and so you gotta hope more drops like during the events when you're playing with a group, and you gotta hope that your group of your fire team of 3, there's more, there's other players that come join you and help put in stuff, because the drop rate is not high on these things either. I looked at Reddit, and that's one of the top posts is, the fact that the drop rate is so low. And there's some good stuff that comes from it, and it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know. Some of the stuff in this expansion is, you can clearly see, okay, they designed this they made this way because they wanted to stretch this content as long as they can. Like one of the record book things is like complete 5 weekly bounties.
Okay.
Or five weekly quests or whatever, and it's like, okay, so that's going to take 5 weeks to do. That's going to be 5 weeks before I can get this one thing, or complete 30 iron bounties or whatever, and you only get 4 a week. So it's like, okay, that's going to take, to complete this, it's, they've already time gated this stuff. And they didn't try to hide anything. They've just put it straight in the game, where you can see in the record book, So that I kind of don't like. I think because I guess it gets to a point where you're like, okay, I'm done for this week. Not much else I can do except for just grinding for better loot, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not like I can add any progression to this, to this record book. Some of the rewards from the record book are interesting. I like the way they did it, because it's like as you progress, you get to different tiers. I think there's 20 tiers or 25 tiers. But like tier 2, you get what is it? You get either arms or boots. You get like the special set of arms or boots, like the iron something, themed, whatever. And you get one for each character. Like one for a hunter, one for a warlock, one for a titan. So there's not the need to complete it 3 different times. if you have if you have a character, if you have one of each, you know. So I kind of like that because it just gives you, you know, you only have to go through it once and you can get the armor for your other characters if you have other characters. Which I know some people who have 3 characters. I have 3 characters, but I am not going to play as 3 characters.
Yeah, you said that you were going to delete 2 of yours and just go with 1.
I'm keeping them, 1 for storage, because, like I said, these SIFA offerings, you can only hold 1 per character. So, you know, I pick up 1. Oh, okay, my hunter's going to hold on to him. I pick up another 1. Oh, my titan's going to hold on to him. Pick up another 1. Oh, that's my vault. You know, and there's other items that are similar to that where you know, they're like 1 per character, and they don't, you know, they don't even drop if you already have 1 in your inventory.
Mm.
So that kind of sucks. There are some that you can't even transfer to the vault unless you're at the vault. You can't even use like the app or any of that, you know.
Yeah.
It's something. Oh, I see the chat now. I saw I saw you start to grin, and I'm like, what's on the chat?
Yeah.
Hey Ace, what's up? But for the most part, I'm liking it. After I tackle the raid, I'm gonna wait till next reset. I'm gonna wait till Tuesday. You know, that's a reset on Tuesday. I'm gonna wait for that to see if there's anything, because with the Taken King, like, there would be certain quests and stuff like that would just unlock, that were time gated, you know, like I mentioned, but those were hidden. Those you didn't know about. It'd be like, you know, oh, this thing unlocked because it was the reset, or oh, the daily heroic mission is this, and there's an alternate path to go through this story mission that leads you to this totally new thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're able to get this cool sniper rifle. But for the most part, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. You know, there's some stuff that, like I've mentioned, that's just like, okay, that's, you know, that, like, the time gated stuff that you can clearly see, like, okay, not going to be able to do any of that till, you know, not going to be able to complete that in the record book till week 5,
mm-hmm.
or, you know, higher. Which, by week 5, I'm still going to be playing this. Maybe not as much, because there are other stuff I do want to play. Like, I still need to play Batman Telltale Episode 2. That came out the same day.
I heard something about that. Like, I was like, things got, like... I heard something about Thomas Wayne is different than previous iterations of Thomas Wayne. And that, like, reading that, I was like, that makes me very curious on kind of more about that. So I will probably end up picking the Telltale Batman game up at some point. I'll probably end up playing it probably for extra life. Probably hold off till then and play it then.
Yeah, I mean, going on to that real quick, like I said, like, some of the characters, you know, from the Batman universe, they've done their own spin on those characters. And like I said, I don't know if I like their spin on some of these characters or not. It's just, you know, it's interesting. But let's see, let me look. I got an email from the Destiny PR that was like, oh, the raid's coming out tomorrow, here's the trailer, here's some assets, blah blah blah. And then there's like a rundown of, like, all the new stuff, and, you know, in Rise of Iron, like Archon's Forge, 3 tiers of difficulty, you know, shows the different tiers, the light requirements, or the recommended light levels, Plagueland patrols. There's a new mission. There's a new patrol mission where you kind of go to this area and you stop this sacrificing ritual thing from happening.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like waves of enemy, and then there's like the final boss. Apparently there's 4 exotic weapon quests: the Galahorn, the Kvostov. It's KHVOSTOV. I don't know how you pronounce KHV.
No, I'm not Russian. Can't tell you.
Yeah. Then the Thorn that's coming back, and then a supposedly mystery one. The record book.
A brand new, different version of the Galahorn.
That's the pre-order bonus.
No, this will be a third Galahorn.
Oh yeah, of course.
That was my joke.
No, that comes like year 9 of Destiny, and you're gonna need the 3 raisins you're gonna need the 3 boxes of raisins you got from each character from Eris Morn during the Halloween event.
That you only got 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest running jokes is like, you're gonna need those boxes of raisins for something later on down the line. Like, every serious Destiny player has those raisins in their vault. Just in case. I do want to say there's a new social area. It's Fellwinter's Peak, or it's like a mountaintop, and there's like a temple inside and stuff like that. It's kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure it's populated now, but I'm pretty sure in about a month or two it'll probably be as bad as empty as the reef is.
I don't know. I mean, there's certain people that you can only go. There's certain, people who give out missions and stuff like that you can only go there.
Well, that's how it was in the reef too. But there was nobody ever there.
Yeah. So I don't know about that, but there's a jumping puzzle in the actual social area.
Okay.
Where you have to jump up the mountain. And it's kind of difficult, but it's kind of cool in the same way, and there's a collectible up there, so all those people who are, who love their collectibles, they've got to go through this crazy, and it's like you'll respawn, and it's just, it seems random. Like I've died one spot, it respawned me all the way at the very bottom. I've died at the same spot another time, it respawned me very close to where I died. Like, I don't know how the respawning is for that, but it's pretty interesting. The fact that you're able to climb a mountain, and it's difficult because you don't get your super jumps. You don't get your double jumps, anything like that, since you're in the social area.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you've got to be careful when you got to be very careful when going up the mountain, and you've got to, like, some jumps you've got to look down and be like, okay, can I move to the very edge of this little cliff so I can jump, because if you're...
Move to this specific pixel, now jump.
Yeah, pretty much, because it's like, if you don't, you'll hit your head on the ledge you're trying to, jump to or something like that, it's pretty funny. So that, then there's, one new strike and then 2 remastered strikes. They did that with the Taken King. So yeah, that's the rundown. New multiplayer maps, 3 new ones, and the new modes, of course. But
sure.
That's the rundown. There's a lot of stuff. I'm hoping they do the same as the Taken King, where it, like I said, like, oh, it's reset, something new has popped up, or this mission is the, daily heroic, and it has a secret ending, or a path you could go off and go into this new area and do something new, and just stuff like that, because that's one of the coolest things about the Taken King was it had a lot of secrets that like I said, was time gated, but it wasn't like the record book where it tells you this is time gated. It was just like, oh, I wonder if there's going to be something new. How many more secrets have we not discovered yet? Stuff like that.
Mm.
If you're going to time gate something, do it like that, where, we don't know. It's, it's a mystery. And that way, people are like, oh, it's reset, or oh, this is the daily mission. I'm going to search, through all of this. Or if you're like me, I'm going to look at Reddit and see if someone else has done all this.
That's the place to go, is Reddit. Reddit will absolutely tell you.
Exactly. I did see someone posted on Reddit. They had a picture of like at the top of that mountain. And they were like, "Please, Bungie, bring Xur right here, this weekend." That would be the ultimate troll if you had to climb that mountain to get to Xur, who's the weekend vendor.
Right. Oh, speaking of Xur, I didn't tell you this, but in World of Warcraft, there is a Xur.
Oh, really?
Yes. And his name is very similar to Xur. I cannot think of what it is.
Oh, Ace. I knew he was going to say something like that.
Oh, man.
Nox kind of looks like Xur.
Yeah, it's Xurios. That's his name, Xurios.
Wow, and did that come out after Destiny or before?
That was definitely after, because this came out with the new expansion.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Oh, and he sells Mode of Light.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Galar's Horn. Crota's Shield, to go with Crota's Sword.
Okay.
And an Ingram puzzle.
Okay.
So it is, it's absolutely Destiny.
Okay, I guess we can get to news. You got all the news. I got nothing.
Yeah, news. Next month's Games with Gold was announced. And I actually have one of them already. So I have The Escapist, which is available on the 16th through the 15th. And I don't know if I should keep going or not.
I'm here listening.
Okay.
Yeah, the Escapist, which you have.
You stepped away. I'm like, should I keep going? I don't know.
You did a review on the Escapist.
I did do a review on the Escapist. I got it from the developer. Yeah. So check it out on our website. Also, October 1st through the 31st is Super Mega Baseball. Extra Innings. Never heard of it.
I've heard of it, but it's kind of like it
looks like a backyard baseball kind of a thing.
Pretty much, that's what it is. Yeah.
And then for your Xbox 360 games that are backwards compatible, you got MX versus ATV Reflex and I Am Alive. And I don't know what I Am Alive is. Looks like it's maybe become some kind of survival type game, just based off the name and looking at some of the screenshots.
Yeah, I don't know. Blue said something about that game, right?
He said it was good.
Yeah. It's just none of this it excites me.
Yeah, I mean, the Escapist is pretty good. So
Yeah. But that's just, that's it's like it's all little games, nothing
yeah, which
fantastic.
you
Another month of no Rise.
Your prediction of Dead Rising didn't come to pass.
The Dead Rising may be on. It may come out. They may do it in like the month in December. I thought that's what I said. When Dead Rising 4 comes out.
Maybe you did. I thought you said October for Halloween.
Because they just released the 1 and 2 and I guess 3 again on Xbox One, like kind of like a remastered ish type thing. So I would expect they wouldn't give 3 away for free this soon, but they might give it away to try to get people to pick up 4 in December.
Maybe
that's possible.
Ace mentioned in chat that the Everspace preview comes out tomorrow. It's a kind of flight simulator kind of a thing, and those things just really don't appeal to me too much. Like, I might check it out, I might not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I got it. I'm gonna be busy with Destiny, and right. I gotta make room for that Batman. Ugh. I wish that didn't come out the same day. Because it's like, I want to get that review out, like I said, sometime next week after reset. So
yeah, let's see. I lost my place. Last week I talked about Steam doing kind of a revamp on their reviews system, where anybody could still review the games, but only the ones that bought the games through Steam would really show up in that mostly positive or mostly negative kind of area. And at the time, I was like, oh. The only thing I could think of were people who got things on like Humble Bundle. I was not thinking Kickstarter, which is probably a big place that a lot of reviews come. That a lot of people who would review games get their codes from.
I didn't think of that either.
And apparently, developers really kind of did not like that at all. So, Steam, or Valve, I should say, just said, all right, we'll go back to the old way. Like, they didn't say in, as many terms. They used the more, starting today, the review section on each product page will show the reviews written by all users, regardless of purchase type. So that's just them going back on what they said. So they're going to have to try to actually zero in on how to stop developers from getting false, 5-star reviews. Because like one of the analogies was used was this was not a surgical strike, this was a carpet bombing of the problem. So
yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting issue that they're having, and I see where they're coming from. They're trying to do the whole Amazon where the reviews say verified purchase.
Yeah.
But there's different ways to purchase the game. I guess you like Humble Bundles or
Humble Bundle,
like Kickstarter. Or, stuff like that. So. It's kind of an interesting problem.
It's a very interesting dilemma that they got. I don't envy those who have to come up with the solution.
Yeah.
But sticking with Valve, something really odd kind of happened involving Valve and one of their developers, Digital Homicide, who kind of is committing digital suicide. Get it? Suicide? It's a double pun there. Because they're a sue happy company. Like last week, like these people they are in the process of actually suing Jim Sterling because he wrote a bad review about one of their games. Guess what? Jim Sterling he's not a nice person, so he doesn't typically write good reviews.
He don't give a fuck.
Oh no, he doesn't. But yeah, and they're suing him for like $18 million. Like the fuck.
That's stupid.
Oh, but it gets better though, because recently they decided they're going to sue just a general blanket of people on Steam who are giving them bad reviews. Like 100 people.
It's a review, like
right. It's like for lost revenue, and it's funny because Digital Homicide, they don't know who these people are. They just know them by their Steam name. So if you look at the court document, it says like Digital Homicide versus John Doe, aka, and then their Steam name, or Jane Doe, and John/Jane Doe, and it's like, and then, so what Digital Homicide did is they subpoenaed Valve to get their real names, and Valve said, "Oh, go ahead."
I was about to say, don't you have to have a judge approve a subpoena, or?
I don't know if it was a subpoena, but like they were trying to get Valve to give them their real names so they could legally sue them. And Valve said, fine, you are off our system and all your games are gone. Your games are no longer on Steam now.
That's crazy.
So Digital Homicide is suing Valve for lack of moderation, like for to moderate the comments and stuff on their own.
This is kind of stupid.
It's absolutely hilarious. Because why do they think they're in the right? Like, that's kind of the thing, like, Steam is owned by Valve, who is a private company. They can do whatever the fuck they want on their with their assets and everything.
Yeah. So it's pretty ridiculous. Like you said, this company's done with.
Yeah, and like they weren't making good games before. Like the whole thing of the bad reviews and stuff is basically like they would make like a certain type of game, like a space shooter, and just reskin it and release it again as a different game. Like they would release like 12 games on the same day, and they're all the same game.
Okay, so they're one of those, like the
Yes.
what was it? The game dev story people who would make like all those different games that were pretty much similar.
Yeah. And
One of
like,
those, yeah.
there was even I even saw like a screenshot of something. It was one of their games, and like there was like blood splatter on the screen, and like next to it was a Google image of blood splatter. They were the same. So they were
Wow.
taking Google images and putting it into their game as assets.
That's pretty funny.
So yeah, this company, um, hmm,
I mean, you get kicked off of Steam, like that's pretty much it, unless you're a giant company who, like EA, who has their own platform, like Origins or something like that. That's the only way you can not be on Steam and, you know, kind of survive PC wise.
yeah. I'm trying to go to their website to see if it's the same as it was before. Yeah, it totally is. Hold on a second. And let me show you what their website looks like right now. Like
Okay.
what I'm showing here is a portion of it, but there. That's what their web page looks like right now. Just they got this seeking legal representation kind of area, and then on the side here you got new bundle, over 50 games now available. New bundle with over 50 games now available. Just splattered all over the sides here.
Wow.
Like, it looks like one of those places like, oh, it's a virus. I'm not going to click on that. Like, that's what it looks like.
It does look like one of those things. Yeah.
So,
That's pretty funny. It does look like that.
just digital homicide, man. Thanks for existing. For now.
For now, yes. Because like, yeah, that's the kiss of death right there. Getting banned from Steam when you're a game developer / publisher.
Yeah. My final bit of news. Looks like there's going to be a full-blown actual Pokemon game that's going to come out on the NX.
I know you're excited.
I was like, fuck yeah. Because, and the CEO that did this interview pretty much confirmed, I say pretty much, not actually did confirm, but pretty much did confirm that the NX is both a TV, it connects to the TV console as well as a handheld. Which makes me
That's
curious
been the rumor
on what
for
the
years.
fuck this is. It's like, what? I want to see this thing. And like, it's supposed to release in March. And a lot of people are wondering right now. You know, I've seen this question multiple places. When are they going to announce this thing? Because they got what, 6 months?
Yeah, I mean, they could announce it whenever because they have their own platform for announcements.
Yeah, I mean, I saw something where like a bunch of retailers were going to Germany, like soon, like either like this week or next week, to talk to Nintendo. So we may hear something soon. We may not. It may be like a like I think it was Dreamcast, like, and it's available now, kind of a thing. which went over so well for the Dreamcast.
Well, that's because they didn't tell anybody, developers included, about it.
Yeah, well, at least the developers have, they have dev units of the NX.
Yeah.
Also, what the hell is this thing going to be called?
I don't know.
The Revolution. They're going to go back to that awesome name, the Revolution.
That was such a good name. I liked it.
A lot better than the Wii.
And then what they promised with the Wii, or with the Revolution, about how it's going to be backwards compatible with all the, all platforms, Like, that promise was so large, and it failed so miserably.
But yeah, I want to know what... Because I will probably pick up an NX. I really will. Just because of, we've already seen one game that's going to be on it. And it looked awesome. And that's the new Zelda game. That's it. I haven't played an actual Zelda game, actually really sat down and played one since Ocarina of Time. So it's been almost 20 years.
Yeah, they're going to have a new Mario game to launch with it, I'm sure.
Maybe. Yeah. It's yeah, I'm more excited about the NX than I am the Scorpio.
Yeah, I mean, the Scorpio, it's just like, it's like going from upgrading your PC, pretty much. That's the equivalent.
I'm not completely sold on the Scorpio just yet. It will most likely not be a day one purchase for me. The NX might be. I don't know. I may actually just wait till that Pokemon game comes out. Then I'll pick up the NX.
Yeah. Get the Pokemon bundle.
Probably. But yeah, that's all I got.
I found one topic. It's
okay.
Destiny related, but
of course it is.
It's not what you would think. It looks like next month they're going to be releasing a rhyming alphabet book titled D is for Destiny.
I typed in D and that came up immediately.
Yeah, there's looks like there's images. Yeah, there's some pages on this article. What is it? Let me see. A is for adventure awaits out in the wild. What is it?
I put it out here. So
B is for be brave in the city's rallying call. The Cabal. C is the Cabal, are mean rhino-like beasts. D is for darkness creeps, but hope shines bright. E is for Earth is our home. So it's gonna be $15 for a hardcover, and it's the 40-page book. Was originally created in 2013 as a holiday gift for parents at Bungie.
I like the X's there.
So it's it looks like A is a double page spread. There looks like some of them will be double page. That's where you get 40 pages when there's only 26 letters. So that's kind of cool that this was a gift for the parents at Bungie, and they decided, we're just gonna make this available for everyone. That makes a little more sense why they're doing this. Because I was originally, I'm like, what is this? why would anyone really want this? But I guess if you have kids, and you like Destiny and some of the stuff, some of the artwork, it's kind of cool seeing some of the enemies, drawn like, kids art style.
I don't know, that Cabal there might scare some kids.
Yeah, probably. But
yeah, and if you're watching our video portion of the show, which you should, I'm just filling the screen now with all images I can find of this.
Yeah, and if you're listening to the audio version, you can, watch the video version on YouTube, or you can go to the GeeksFTW.com and look at episode 273, and there will be the link in the show notes, so you can check out the article and see the images that we're looking at, and we put links to everything we discuss in the show notes. So if you just don't have time to watch the podcast and you can only listen, you want to go back and get the full details of whatever we're talking about, the links are there. All links can be found at the GeeksFTW.com. Links to Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, everything. Extra Life, which we're doing this year. It's in about a month and a half, right?
November 5th, I want to say.
So yeah, about
the 5th.
About almost a month and a half. Yeah. So that's coming up. That's coming up soon. We'll be talking about that, tweeting about that. I definitely need to tweet about that more. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. We always say it's gonna be fun, and then during it, we're just like, oh my god, this is.
Oh god, my ass hurts so much.
I'm so tired of looking at a screen for 18 hours.
Right. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And you can find our team page at thegeeksftw.com/extralife.
Yep. And like I said, links to everything is on our site. And the best way to get, notifications on everything is to follow us on Twitter at the GeeksFTW. Stuart is at Casual Terror, and I am at Geeky William. And I guess that's it. Kind of transitioned us into the intro, so I guess we'll see you. We'll see you next time, people.
Bye. Okay.
Did we just get 3 people viewing as we ended?
Yep. Yeah. Hey. Hello, latecomers. The show just ended. It's kind of our post-show that we really don't talk too much.
Yeah. Mostly it's just like, export our audio file, do this, do that, and occasionally we'll chat a little bit, but what is it? 273. There we go, finally.
I got a new cushion for my chair. But the thing is, it puts me up higher, about 6 inches.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, well, my desk is not quite in the right place anymore. So I got furniture risers. Now I can't lift my desk. So you should come help me this weekend and lift my desk up. it's a short drive.
Probably made longer drives. Yeah, I made a longer drive. I drove to Florida, so I'm sure that's farther.
That's absolutely farther.
Yeah, that was not a fun drive.
I can imagine. Well, I like to drive. You don't really like to drive, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I got. I'll probably create that contest for tomorrow.
Okay.
For about 2 weeks, and then.
Did you mention on the show? Because I totally spaced out sometimes.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. I forgot. But, we'll spam it on Twitter and everything else.
Yeah.
The Press Day to Listen guy said they'd retweet it too and stuff like that, so. But, yeah, they also, they sent me the 2 different emails. There was a code for the game, Then there was a code for the Gallahorn skin, which is the pre-order bonus. And then there was a code for the Gallahorn Sparrow bike, which was another pre-order bonus. When I put in the code for the game, I automatically got the other stuff. So I have,
Oh, so you have that stuff too.
I've got those 2 codes to give away. I got 2 codes of each of those plus the core game. So that's gonna be, I got a few little extras for people who, I guess want them. Didn't pre-order the game, didn't get the pre-order bonuses. Which the silver Gallahorn skin looks way better than the normal one. It's like silver and black. I'm gonna try to spell Gallahorn. Thankfully Google can. Gallahorn. Like, people were really calling it that. And then, like, the pre-order video said, get the Iron Gallahorn skin at, whatever, and it's like, okay. Everyone now knows that's how you pronounce it. It's not good Gallahorn. Oh, I forgot to mention, you get the skin, you actually get an Iron Gallahorn, like the actual weapon, but you can't use it until you do the mission, or you do the quest to unlock the original one.
Okay.
So that's kind of funny. Like, it's not a tough quest.
So it's the Iron Gallahorn skin?
Yeah.
That does look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's more detailed than the regular Gallahorn. And, there's also a Gallahorn horn for your Sparrow. Because of course.
Right, because of course. So it looks like that.
Exactly.
Little
so lifelike.
Little pixelated there, but yeah.
I think it looks lifelike. Then again, I don't have my glasses on, so.
Boy, you must have bad eyes then. During the show, I actually got a code for something for Forza Horizon 3.
I got that like last week. It was on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was like,
I got the code during the show.
yeah, I saw the notification pop up either on Smart Glass or the Twitter or the not the Twitter, the PC app, and I'm just like, what? A message from Microsoft? What's this? And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. What's this? And then Forza, and I'm like, oh,
See,
okay.
yeah, and the people who like Forza that I know probably got this too. So
Yeah. Um. Oh, I meant to share a funny story. Um. I got a message from somebody. I guess someone on my friends list. I don't really play with them that much, but they were sending me a message, freaking out because they thought I was testing. I was like beta testing or whatever. Knights of the Old Republic, an Xbox One version, because I have a friend. My friend is using my laptop to play some games because, on here, and he was playing Knights of the Old Republic, and I guess it's on Steam and it shows on Xbox. It shows through the Xbox app that that's
I
being
would
played.
freak out too if Knights of the Old Republic was coming to the Xbox One.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny. Like, what was it? Where's the message? He said KOTOR 1 and 2 are the best Star Wars games. How is it that you're playing KOTOR 2 on Xbox One? I said it is the Steam PC app showing what I'm playing on Steam. LOL. He was like, "Oh, you got my hopes up then." Saw it and thought, "Oh my god, he is beta testing an HD release."
No, but that's in the works though, by fans.
Yeah. So I've got to, I guess, is there a way to disable that on the Xbox app for PC?
I have no clue.
Because I also got when I was out today, I got a message from one of the guys from Press A to Listen who was like, "Oh, I'm doing this. You want to join?" And I'm like, I'm only, able to read your message because I'm on Smart Glass. I'm out. And he's like, "Oh, well, it shows you're playing BioShock." And I'm like, I need to fix this. I need to, because how many messages or invites are people sending me that they think I'm ignoring them? Messages, no, but invites, yeah. Like, how many invites are people sending me? Because I got a lot of people, or I have a handful of people who play Destiny.
No, that's not it. I have no clue.
No, it's not the right thing. I don't know. Maybe I just need to sign out.
That'd be my best guess.
Yeah. I didn't I totally forgot that was a feature they added in until that message popped up. When I'm like, what is? Oh no, that's my friend playing in the other room on my laptop. And then the message today that where it's like, ooh, am I getting invites while I'm not online and people think I'm ignoring them? That's not good. I don't want that. I don't want people thinking I'm ignoring them, and then when I do want invites, I don't get them.
Right, yeah.
Man, a week from tomorrow, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Oh! Oh, shit, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? Gotcha.
Yeah, when you were confused, I was like, did I say Luke Kang on accident? Like,
Well, honestly, what I was thinking was Johnny Cage.
gotcha.
Like, what the hell? Thanks, Ace.
I'm always
tried.
I'm always afraid I'm gonna say like Luke Kang or like on
Yeah.
accident whenever I say Luke Cage. I always have to pause and think. Yeah, I'm really excited about that Ghost in the Shell movie. I think she's gonna pull that role off. Hair aside.
I don't know. I mean,
She's got the acting chops.
I'm talking about like an adaptation of an anime has not in the past not gone over too well. Like the best one that I've seen was Death Note.
Well, I mean, this is an easier anime to adapt.
I do want to see the Attack on Titan one, and I've heard it's awful. And I also want to see the oh crap, what's it called? Parasite. I've heard that one's awful too. But I want to see them.
I mean, this seems like it'd be an easier one to adapt than like Dragon Ball Z or stuff like that, where you need all kinds of crazy special effects and everything. Like I don't know. This seems like you could take this story and make a good movie out of it.
Is there a live action Berserk movie, Ace? There probably is, because Berserk's been around a while.
That's a show y'all keep talking. That's an anime y'all keep talking about that I need to check out.
I've seen the first episode.
Gotcha.
Now, what I see is a lot of people doing like fan castings of it. Oh, there is one. It's a 3-part movie. Okay.
So either you didn't see this, or I'm proud of you for not putting it in. But while I was scrolling through the show, I saw an article about Overwatch's first porn parody. You didn't see it, did you?
I did not see it.
You would have put it in.
Absolutely. I would have absolutely put that in. But I mean, there's already so much Overwatch porn out there anyway.
Yeah.
So, and like there's even like fan stuff. People in cosplay pretty much.
Did you see the Zord posters?
Yeah, I did. My first thought was, okay, the Blue Ranger looks like he's hurting his neck in that pose.
Doesn't look natural.
No. Also, let's see, the blue and then the red are the only ones I can tell where the hell they're standing or sitting on the Zord. The other ones, I can't tell. They look like they're standing next to a hunk of metal.
Yeah.
Like I can't
Man,
see the Zord at all.
I'm not looking forward to that movie.
The more I see it, the more I'm like, this is gonna be so bad. I kind of want to see it the train wreck.
Yeah, it's you know, Batman v Superman. That was 1, 2. Actually, no, Fantastic. Well, no, I don't even know which is worse. The new Fantastic Four, or Batman v Superman. I honestly don't know which one.
I've not seen the Fantastic Four, but I would say that one. From just what I've heard of it and watching the CinemaSins of that movie.
Yeah.
I'm like,
man,
okay, that one's worse.
Yeah, probably, but not by much. Man, it's the latest news for DC movies is like, oh, these new movies aren't going to be as dark as the ones before. It's like, didn't you promise that already, like in the past? And
I saw something where and it was somebody from Warner Brothers saying, yeah, our DC movies aren't that good, but they make a lot of money.
Yeah,
I was like,
I mean,
yeah, you're right.
I still haven't seen Suicide Squad.
No, and I probably won't till it comes out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna wait till, I'm starting to put my foot down. I really am. I didn't see X-Men, Age of Apocalypse till just a little bit ago.
That one was okay.
Oh, it was boring.
Yeah, I guess it was okay. It was boring.
It was slow to build up, and then at the end, it's like, oh, yeah. Phoenix out of nowhere for no reason. Even though that's not how the Phoenix works.
Nope,
Phoenix.
Not at all.
How did they handle the Phoenix in the other X-Men movie? I can't remember.
Same way.
Same way? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
as in like it was another, like it was just a souped up version of her.
Yeah, I tried
on fire. And somehow for no reason part of the Brotherhood.
I try to forget about those movies.
I never did figure out why she was working with Magneto. But she totally was.
Know. Man, I still love how Deadpool, like how they had the X-Men uniforms, like in Deadpool, the yellow ones.
Yes.
It looked good. It really did. I really liked the yellow. And I really want to see Wolverine in his yellow uniform, like his yellow outfit.
I want to watch Deadpool again because I haven't. I saw it twice in theaters, and that was it. That's all I've seen it.
Yeah, I watched it like a week or two ago. It's still really good. And then I watched it like back when it first came out because I got a free rental off something. Some new rental service was giving away a free rental for Deadpool. I think I tweeted I posted it in the chat at the time. But yeah, it's still really good. I can't wait for 2. Hopefully, Fox doesn't screw it up.
Stays out of it like they did the first one.
Ah, Pokemon Uranium finally shuts down development once and for all. No more
Yeah.
updates and patches.
I need to see if I can get, find somewhere that has that, because a lot of people talk about that.
I need to do the same thing. So if you
I mean,
find it,
it's out there somewhere. Like there are people
yeah.
passing these files around.
Netflix wants to make 50% of its programming original.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're,
Now,
they're
what do they mean by original now? Because a lot of their original is not actually original. It's just licensed.
Man, I'm seeing I keep seeing, oh, Walking Dead, blah blah blah, this that, like in headlines and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't even know what the hell that means. That might be a spoiler, but I stopped watching that show years ago. So I don't know. That show just got there's just I wanted to continue with that show and watch it and like it, but there's just too many issues for me at the beginning.
What show again?
Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a problem when I don't care about the main characters. If I don't care, why should I keep watching?
Yeah. And it seemed like there was a lot of character. There was more characters in that show, like how, like Laurel. There was a lot more Laurels in that show. A good show can have one character where you're just like,
Yeah. Game of Thrones. There's at least a couple characters I like that make me keep watching.
Yeah.
But Walking Dead, I was like, I don't care a flippin' fuck about anybody. About Carl. About I completely forget anybody else's name. Andrea?
Norman Reedus is cool, but that's about it.
I never jumped on the Daryl train. Not Daryl. Is it Daryl?
I think so, yeah. I just like Norman Reedus. You got what's her name? Batman's mom?
Oh yeah, I did not. I actively hated her. I actively hated her.
Yeah, she was kind of like,
Took me a minute to realize.
yeah.
She did play Batman's mom. Okay.
I remember when it got announced and they made such a big deal about it. Walking Dead actress played. I'm like, but it's gonna be like 2 minutes. It's gonna be, oh, crime alley, oh, shot, oh, pearls falling down. Like every other, interpretation of that. Like, what I'm really which remake has me intrigued the most? Jumanji.
Yes. I saw
that might be a good remake.
I saw that image, I'm like, huh. Like, I didn't realize who was in it until I saw that picture. I'm like, Kevin Hart, I like him. I like The Rock. Karen Gillian,
yeah.
Jack Black, I like him too. I'm in.
Yeah.
I like the cast of this movie.
That might be like, oh, this is gonna keep Hollywood trying to make more remakes because this might actually do well. But yeah, man, The Rock and Kevin Hart are great together. You need to check out that Central Intelligence movie. That's the one with both of them. I never thought I would say this, but The Rock is in that movie. The Rock is funnier than Kevin Hart. Like The Rock is, I think that's the funniest I've ever seen The Rock. It's priceless.
Found it. I knew it wouldn't take me long.
Yeah. Nathan Fillion doesn't want Firefly to continue, and neither should we. Well, of course not. I mean, it's so far out. I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of...
half the characters were killed off anyways.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go get something to eat because I have no food here, so I gotta go out and get it before all places close.
Alrighty. I will talk to you later then.
Alright, see ya.